From the Cleveland area originally, born and raised. When I was in college, I labored for Turner in the summers as a 310 union labor for Turner for a number of summers. Did a brief stint after college where I had moved out to State College, Pennsylvania, working for a developer, putting up residential and light commercial. I worked for a smaller contractor here in Cleveland that did about $30 million a year, working on smaller commercial projects. I then went to work for Turner for 15 years, for one of the big nationals, obviously Big Blue. Got to work on a number of projects, anywhere from Detroit Lions Stadium to the Panthers to large hospital projects, and predominantly a lot of higher education and a lot of healthcare work. What really brought me to Donley's was, when you get with the bigger companies, there's a lot of politics. I got a little tired of the politics, and I came to Donley's because it competes at the national level. We're doing the same size work as the larger national companies here in Cleveland. I get to do the exact same thing, work within the same paradigms, but I don't have the office politics to deal with. Here it was more regionalized, and what was really attractive is I could get answers from the CEO in 5 minutes, where it would take 2 weeks to get those answers. Normally in a larger corporation. We talk about what brought me to Donley's. It's one of those things, we do a little traveling. We don't travel as much as the nationals, having to go around. They're a little more conscious about family atmosphere and not pulling you away for months, weeks, years at a time. Any of the other trips are really job related. With the health education campus with Case, I traveled to London a number of times to go back and forth to meet with the design team. One of the estimators from our department that's now out in the field following the curtain wall, he's gotten to go to Germany, LA, which is great for a young single person. So, he's spent a couple months in West Palm Beach, and I think he's really liking it. The culture at Donley's is again, I said something earlier which I say was genuine. They're very genuine, very nice, very honest people. When they hire you in, there's expectations from you immediately. With those expectations, you get a larger role. I get to, they trust me to go meet with the owners and design teams on my own. It's not where they keep me in the background or they'll keep the estimators in the background. We expect front and center that we hired you for a reason, and it's not just to fill a position. The feedback we get from the owners, we do surveys all the time for both pre-construction and operations. It's one of the things that keeps coming back. It's very genuine, very honest, very forthright, and that culture, it really allows you to thrive. What we call the estimator role, the traditional role, isn't really what we think. We like to refer to as pre-construction, because pre-construction, that connotation of estimator is kind of the quantity surveyor in the background, and that's not really what it's all about. You can find toilet counters anywhere. What it really is, you're presenting, you're working with marketing all the time, so we're the ones developing the RFPs and the financials for the RFPs. It's going through staffing plans. You're always meeting with the operations team, and it's not really a handoff. You're working hand in hand together, developing the financials. You get out quite a bit. You also get out for presentations. Your pre-construction is one of those that you're presenting all the time, because essentially what you're doing is you're building the job in your head and applying cost to it. More of a personal home feel than it is. You don't feel like a number. They're genuinely concerned about everyone here, and it's a great place to work.